Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Ruby Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the previous video, we went through Ho-Oh Hell, as well as Rayquaza Hell. I mean, Rayquaza was also in Hell. I don't know why he was there. I don't know what are the chances of two legendaries. They're all OP, especially Ho-Oh with Fire Blast Stab on the same gym leader. But we got through that. Although not without losses, Cat Loves Food died in the process. He didn't have to, but I chose so anyways because I weighed the chances and I didn't want to have Kaioken risk taking a crit Fire Blast to the face. So he's going to be our first casualty. We're going to deposit him in the Dided. Let's all have a moment of silence for Cat Loves Food, who was offered as a tribute. Cat Loves Food, who was a reference to a Team 4-Star thing that Yamcha said, or it's Yamcha's song in Team 4-Star. So now we can take out our Protoss Dragoon again, which was a pretty fortunate switch. And that's because I don't want to risk losing Protoss Dragoon. He has his purpose as a very utility strong Pokemon. He has a very high tolerance for HMs, so we can put all the HMs that we don't want as actual moves on him and basically save Pokemon slots for actual Pokemon. Now let's see how close Super Saiyan Rose is to leveling. 377, pretty close, so we'll be able to find out what move it can learn at level 25 over here. Now, the real rewards for that hell of a battle is here. And we get HM03. It is a very strong special attack move, Surf. It'll also give us movement and access to new grinding areas, but most importantly, it is a very strong HM move. So with that, I think we can try and add it to someone. I mean, we'll have to because it's Husky Starcraft and okay, so it's on only our physical attackers. Again, great. I guess we can replace Bubble Beam with it for now. What's that even? So Bubble Beam can switch out for Surf, which honestly it is an improvement, but Surf is very hard to get rid of. I think I'll pass on that for now. Can we put it on Husky Starcraft? Who can we drop for now? We'll have to determine a proper leveling strategy later, but for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go home and pick up Amulet Coin. That's going to let us get a little bit more money and bring us a lot closer to scouting out the TMs in the game corner. That's going to be very important. Unless, of course, Mom randomized herself and is giving us some garbage instead. I hope not. You know, that Amulet Coin is actually the coin on the head of a Meowth, and we just lost our Meowth. So this is all that remains of our Meowth, is the Amulet Coin. I don't know if that's fitting, depressing, or I'm a terrible person. But you know, I've talked about the darker side of Nuzlocking and how you're just a douchebag that's like, hey, you lost the fight. You no longer deserve a spot on my team, but you could make a good coaster for my drink. Am I right? I think there was also something else I thought about for Nuzlocke that was kind of you as a douchebag. But first, I guess we can see who can learn Surf. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna... What are Husky's moves? So his special attack is 47 compared to... well... What moves does he have? He has Earthquake, Strength, Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade is... Okay, so Leaf Blade has power 70, and is off of his main stat. So I think maybe replacing Leaf Blade will be the best. What else can we even replace? So the next move that comes in will probably replace... It's bad because both of them have an HM move. Yeah, we're just gonna grab someone else for Surf, because we won't be using Surf a lot. Like, Water type is weird. Let's see if Buttercuss can take it. And I guess our next option would be Alligator, because Alligator at least gains stab from it. So we'll just test those two out for now. And Buttercuss can learn it, but Alligator can't. So I guess Buttercuss is learning Surf. And we'll replace Howl. That's a pretty easy choice. Now, who are we going to drop from our team? Because we need to carry around Buttercuss for a while. Actually, we don't need Protast Dragoon right now, so we can just carry around Buttercuss. Actually, I lied. We kind of need Protast Dragoon, but we need the item on him, not him. I mean, we don't need it, but I would like to have it. Okay, so that sets up our team, and I guess that was a lot of housekeeping for one day. Who's going to take our items? What are we even doing here? What are we doing next? Okay. I guess the first order of business is captures, and we're lined up for how many captures? We're lined up for a lot of captures. I would like to have captures before any training, because if we catch something good, I kind of want, I might want to rearrange the team. Let's say we run into Rayquaza. We already scouted out his moves in the previous video, unwantingly. But we still scouted out his moves, and they're good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch out Bigger Green to the front, and we're gonna go for our capture. That wasn't hard. And we have a Jinx. Wow, okay. When that Jinx came out, that appearance sound was like the worst thing I have ever heard. Go spore that. What does that even do? It says it lowers his head and then it raises defense. What the hell does that even do? Okay, you're actually level 25. That's not good. A Fire Punch might be good. Yeah, it outlevels us. And it also outspeeds us. That's not good. Oh wow, super effective. That's not good. Alright, ball time. Surf is also very unreliable in terms of picking up levels. It could be anywhere between a level 5 Tentacle and a level 35 Tentacle, I think. So, yeah, it'll be very unstable in terms of what you get. So, I'm actually pretty happy this Jinx is level 25. Man, that cry is just so long and, like, hurts my ears. And why is it purple? It should be black, shouldn't it? We're gonna call you Mr. Popo. For the Mr. Popo in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I think the Mr. Popo in standard Dragon Ball Z is not memorable, but the Dragon Ball Z abridged one is. Alright, did we remember to buy repels after catching buy repels? Because I need a repel for the next part. Okay. So we got 12 repels, so we're good. Now, the next patch of grass that I want to capture in is kind of weird. It's the Jigglypuff patch of grass. So if you take a look at the Hoenn map, then it's this patch of grass over here, Route 115. We didn't catch anything after we came out of Meteor Falls, and that's because that rock smash that we did, fortunately, did not trigger an encounter. So now we can catch something either on the Surf route or on the Jigglypuff grass. And I prefer the Jigglypuff grass because, like I mentioned before, Surf is very, very unreliable. You can end up with a level 5, and even if it's something really good, it'll be unusable until you do some massive, massive grinding on it. So in that sense, I don't want... Oh, there's an item here we missed. It's a Shoal Salt, which is completely worthless. It's a component item for Shell Bell, which we already have. But yeah, in order to get to the Jigglypuff grass, what we'll need to do is we'll need to run Repel. Because we don't want to accidentally trigger something while surfing. Is this the Jigglypuff grass? No, that's not the Jigglypuff grass. Where is the Jigglypuff grass? What the hell? Really? Okay, so... level 29 encounter. And on top of that is a Jigglypuff. So I guess the fact that it's level 29 went through my repel, but I'm not complaining about a level 29 because it's actually a higher level than the stuff you can find in the Jigglypuff grass. Okay, what do we do? We Spore first, I guess. At least we outspeed this thing. Even being level 22. I guess we don't have to worry about killing it. Okay, let's start tossing the balls. Well, we caught ourselves a Jigglypuff, which is what belongs in the Jigglypuff grass in the base game, and we also caught it without intentionally catching it. So I guess things worked out. I mean, other than the fact that Jigglypuff... I don't think Jigglypuff is a good Pokemon. I think it might be defensive as opposed to offensive, and it's also... I think it's normal type as well. It's pure normal, which means it'll definitely not outperform our Kaioken. Unless it knows some good normal stat move. But again, I think it's defensive. So what are we gonna call you? We're gonna call you Miss X-Take. Does that fit? Because, you know, we didn't intend to catch a Jigglypuff. And it's like it's the incorrect level. Are we even on the right route? Yeah, we're Route 115, we're good. So that repel actually, I guess the repel worked. I mean, the repel worked, but not like I wanted it to work. And I think we might be missing items here. No, don't water the ground. Well, whatever, we don't need to scan for items, because scanning for items... we're not missing any items. Like, any item that we find is not going to be... It's not going to make a huge difference in our play. Now, let's go ahead and end the video off by taking a look at what Pokemon we caught, like what moves they have, and if they're usable. A level 29 won't take too much effort to catch up to our own Pokemon's levels, so that's good. Well, first of all, you have Jinx. Oh, you have a Shell Bell on you, so if we need a second one, we know where to get one. You have Ice type, which is good. Your special attack is pretty good. You have Revenge Sketch, copies the foe's last move permanently, so we can actually use this on some move, but it's all a crap shot when it comes to Randomizer Nuzlocke, or randomizers in general, so we don't know what we'll copy. That's pretty useless. Skull Bash is a 2-turn attack with 100 power, so that's useless. Immune Look prevents the foe from escaping. It'll be useful if we have a roaming Latios, but it could be a roaming Magikarp at this point. Actually, no, it can't, because we put on a legendary 1-to-1 switch, which means Latios will be replaced by a legendary. I only hope the other— no, I don't hope the other way was true, because while we did fight the Rayquaza and the Ho-Oh, we got ourselves a Latias rather early. So Mr. Popo is not going to be useful for now. And you have a bunch of grass moves. You have Sharpen, which raises attack. You have Vine Whip, which is a low power grass move. Absorb, which is a low power grass move. Even though it has Sustain. And this one is just a weaker Spore. And your stats are mediocre. You're level 29, where your highest stat is 41. How does that compare to our own stuff? So we have level 30, so you should be comparable to these guys. Or at least to Skydie 5000. And your primary stat is— your off stat is 46. Skydie 5000's off stat is 46. So both of them being second form evolution, and Jigglypuff's main stat is 41. And its defenses are pretty mediocre as well. I guess it's just a big ball of HP. So basically, Miss X-Stick in every single way possible. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get any good captures, but you know what you can't really complain about that. We went through Norman suffering minimal losses. I mean, we lost one, and that's about it. It could have definitely went a lot worse.